Hey everybody, welcome to the Binge List, where we make recommendations for TV shows and for movies that you can access from the comfort of your own home. I'm Greg, and I want you to stop watching bad movies. I want you to stop mindlessly scrolling, and I want you to stop wasting your precious free time on something that's not that good. And hang out with me, and in that same amount of time, we're going to go through 11 of the best on Prime Video today that you can stream immediately. Let's not waste any time, let's get right into the list.
You led me straight to the lost city. Now, prepare to die.
There were just hundreds of snakes in this temple just waiting for us to show up.
First on our list is The Lost City on Amazon Prime Video, where Loretta Sage, played by Sandra Bullock, is this reclusive romance novelist known for her adventurous books. She finds herself in a real-life adventure when she's kidnapped by the eccentric billionaire Abigail Fairfax, played by Daniel Radcliffe. Alan, the handsome cover model from her books, Channing Tatum, feels surprisingly compelled to rescue her in this movie. Thrust into this thrilling jungle adventure, Loretta and Alan must navigate the terrain, avoid deadly traps, and outsmart Fairfax and his ruthless henchmen. The Lost City is a lighthearted and action-packed adventure with a touch of romance. I really did enjoy this movie. Some of the bits were really silly, but there were some nice moments, and there were a few that had me absolutely rolling. Some of the sweeter romantic moments were maybe a little corny, but that's what I expected going into this with this type of movie. I have to admit, some of the best moments in the film, though, were featuring Brad Pitt's character Jack Trainer, playing very off role, not what he normally does. He isn't in the film too much, but every second he is on screen had me laughing. Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum's comedic timing and chemistry is perfect in this movie. Their banter is hilarious, and their romance is sweet and actually very believable. The action sequences were exciting, including chases through the jungle and fight scenes. They're not John Wick or Kill Bill, but they're solid for a comedy movie for sure. The Lost City is fun, it's entertaining, and it's an overall lighthearted movie on Prime Video with this great comedic performances from the leads. You're sure to enjoy it.
Everyone here is the best there is. Who the hell are they going to get to teach us?
The original Top Gun movie is my favorite movie of all time. And not because it's the best movie ever, but because when I was a kid, I saw this movie and I swore I was going to grow up like Tom Cruise and become a fighter pilot. My son's name is Maverick Mitchell, so that should tell you everything you need to know about my love for the original movie. And I was extremely nervous when this one was being released because I did not want it to ruin my love for the original, and it did not. And Top Gun Maverick is now one of my favorite movies as well, and it's on Amazon Prime Video for you to enjoy immediately. After more than 2 decades of service as one of the Navy's top aviators, Lieutenant Pete Mitchell is where he belongs, pushing the envelope as a courageous test pilot and dodging advancement that would ground him. In this movie, Maverick is tasked with training a group of elite graduates from the Top Gun Academy for a dangerous mission. He confronts the ghosts of his past and the son of his late friend Goose. Now, a test pilot in his late 50s, Maverick still knows how to tick off his superiors. They have taken the threads from the original movie and brought them into this multi-generational spectacle. If you enjoyed the original movie, you'll love this. If you haven't seen the original, go watch it because this is a dad movie of truly epic proportions. They're tapping into the nostalgia from the original while aiming for new levels of emotional grandeur and action. Speaking of action sequences, they are more thrilling and immersive than the original. Turn and burn like never before. You feel like you're really in the cockpit with these pilots, and in some of the shots you actually are. The actors actually underwent intense flight training and flew actual planes during the shooting. Top Gun Maverick received positive reviews from critics and audiences alike. 96% on Rotten Tomatoes and 8.3 on IMDb. It was praised for its action sequences, performances, and emotional depth, and crushed at the box office, grossing over $1 billion worldwide. And you can now watch it for free with Prime Video. 100% worth a watch, or 2, or 3. I'll leave that up to you and you decide.
I have an owner, and he's Superman.
Let me just iron that out. They should call me Iron Man. No.
In this one, Crypto the Superdog, Superman's loyal companion, faces a new challenge when Superman gets kidnapped. To save him, Crypto must team up with this ragtag group of shelter pets who suddenly develop superpowers. Together, they become the DC League of Super Pets, mastering their abilities and overcoming their differences to rescue their superpowered friend. The animation is beautifully designed in this movie, especially the pets. They have this cartoonish and comic book feel to them, while also feeling very modern at the same time. The humor is great in this as well. It pokes fun at all the major studios like Marvel Comics and also at itself in DC Comics, making it relatable to older viewers who've seen the more serious Marvel and DC movies. The voice acting is also outstanding in this movie. Dwayne Johnson as Crypto, Kevin Hart as Ace. They're this dynamic duo that's full of chemistry, and it's so apparent. No doubt to their many times working together in other films, of course, but the comedic timing is spot on. Kate McKinnon is also outstanding as Lulu. Her character fits her style of comedy perfectly, not to mention the surprising A-list voices from John Krasinski, Olivia Wilde, and Keanu Reeves from other smaller roles throughout the movie. The movie celebrates the power of friendship. It's filled with humor, witty dialogue, dialogue and appeals to both children and adults. Even though it's an animated film, I felt like the characters were well developed, the animal characters are endearing, and they have these distinct personalities that viewers can actually relate to. This movie on Prime is great. Fun for you, fun for the family. DC League of Super Pets is a heartwarming and entertaining film that's sure to please fans of the superhero genre, comedy movies, and family-friendly content in general.
What's happening?
Okay, quick version. Robotnik is back.
Let's start off with a disclaimer here, guys. I am not a diehard player of the Sonic games growing up, so absolutely no bias here with this one, but let's talk about Sonic the Hedgehog 2, where our blue hero is eager to explore this newfound freedom and speed that he's acquired. However, his days of relaxing are short-lived when Dr. Robotnik resurfaces, this time with Knuckles by his side. Together, the villainous duo seeks a powerful emerald capable of unimaginable destruction. Sonic teams up with his loyal friend Tails. Their quest leads them on this thrilling adventure across the globe. This action-packed sequel delivers non-stop excitement, with Sonic's trademark speed taking the center stage and exhilarating chase sequences. The first Sonic movie was surprisingly great, and I actually think that this one's even better, incorporating additional elements from the games and sticking to more of an action-adventure plot. This movie never takes itself too seriously either, and I love that about movies, holding true to what a lot of people also loved about the original. As with the original, Jim Carrey is phenomenal as Robotnik. This man is 60 years old, and yet he has more energy than I do. He sometimes resembles a cartoon character on screen more than Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails even do. This movie is enjoyable. It's genuinely good fun. I really enjoyed when they brought in more characters from the game this time around. Knuckles presents this unique challenge for Sonic, along with Sonic's most notable team member Tails, whose bond deepens as they face danger together. Their contrasting personalities complement each other perfectly, creating this dynamic and humorous duo along the way. Whether you're a fan of the Sonic franchise or simply looking for a fun and exciting movie, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is sure to deliver on Prime Video. Oh yeah, and the third movie in this trilogy is actually coming out in 2024.
Imagine waking up in the wrong bed.
This is just a dream.
Woody, are you up yet?
And in the wrong body.
High school enemies and next-door neighbors Nell and Woody find their lives turned upside down in It's a Boy-Girl Thing. Nell, this studious bookworm eager for college, and Woody, a popular football player more interested in sports than academics, clash during a school trip. Then they wake up and find themselves trapped in each other's body. Forced to navigate their lives in the wrong bodies, they experience each other's world firsthand. Nell struggles with the challenges of football practice and popularity, while Woody faces the unexpected difficulties of excelling in academics and juggling parental expectations. As they navigate this bizarre situation, they gain a deeper understanding for each other's perspectives and struggles. There are many movies that contain the body swapping trope, therefore It's a Boy-Girl Thing is not this game-changing premise. However, this predictable story is very funny, plenty of laugh-out-loud situations and heartfelt moments exploring life in each other's bodies and tormenting each other along the way. Samari Armstrong and Kevin Zegers show great chemistry in this and have excellent performances as the leads. It's a Boy-Girl Thing is a lighthearted and entertaining comedy that offers a fun twist on the body swap genre. While it may not break new ground, it is a film that provides tons of laughs, relatable characters, and a glimpse into this high school world. If you're looking for a fun and easy watch, this film might be the perfect pick for you on Prime Video.
$1 million hit fee would draw some huge flies. He's not only essential to our case, he is our case.
They're gonna pour boxes of bullets in Israel.
They must not succeed.
Here's another on this list that's an addition to anyone's list of definitive guy flicks with Smokin Aces. Compared to other testosterone movies, this one does offer a bit of a complicated plot, but with fewer explosions and chases throughout, plus a ton of grim humor and a dash of eye candy in this one as well. In Smokin Aces, slick Las Vegas magician Buddy Aces Israel finds himself in a bit of hot water. After deciding to testify against the mob and spilling their secrets to the FBI, a $1 million bounty has been placed on his head. Now, he's holed up in a Lake Tahoe hotel, desperately trying to stay alive. But the mob isn't about to let Aces walk away. This motley crew of assassins, hitmen, and ex-cons descend upon Tahoe, each eager to collect the hefty reward. This movie has a star-studded cast either protecting him or trying to kill him along the way, with names like Alicia Keys, Ryan Reynolds, Common, Taraji P. Henson, Ray Liotta, and Ben Affleck as some of the names on the list here in this movie. Smokin Aces is a non-stop thrill ride filled with action, humor, and suspense. This film doesn't shy away from the violence and gore, but it balances it with moments of humor and witty dialogue. The diverse cast of characters, each with their own unique motivations, adds a layer of intrigue to the story, kind of following along with the different paths to get to the end of the story. Just when you think that you know what's going on though, Smokin Aces will throw a curveball at you. The film is full of unexpected twists and turns that keep you guessing just until the very end. As the clock ticks down, the battle for Ace's life becomes desperate struggle against the clock. You either love this movie or hate this movie. One, because some say it can be confusing with its multiple timelines and storylines all intertwined and these eccentric characters creating this sense of sporadic insanity throughout the movie. And 2, the dark comedic tone and violence is not for everybody, and I understand that. But if you're looking for a thrilling action movie packed with stars and a story that'll keep you on the edge of your seat, definitely check out Smokin Aces on Amazon Prime Video. Hey, I hope you're enjoying the content so far, and if you are, take a second to like, to comment, or to subscribe to the channel. It helps us out a ton in getting our recommendations out to others who are looking for great TV shows and great movies. But let's not waste any more time and let's get back to the rest of this list.
Mr. Constantine, I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know the circles you travel in, the occult, exorcisms.
In the era where Marvel and DC Comics pump out content constantly, this is a very unique story in the superhero world, and that story is Constantine, where we follow John Constantine, a cynical exorcist with a secret. He's a man who's literally been to hell and back, and now he faces the daunting task of earning enough goodwill to avoid a one-way ticket back. Constantine uses his unique abilities to rid the world of evil. Then we meet Angela Dodson, a police detective investigating the apparent suicide of her twin sister. Skeptical but desperate for answers, Angela seeks out Constantine, believing her sister's death was no accident. As Constantine delves deeper into this case, he finds himself caught in a celestial war between heaven and hell. Constantine is a gripping supernatural thriller that blends action, mystery, superheroes, and religious themes all into one movie. Keanu Reeves delivers a captivating performance, as he always does, as this tortured anti-hero. With strong supporting roles from Rachel Weisz, Tilda Swinton, and Shia LaBeouf, this movie was not a smashing success when it was released back in 2005. People who were fans of the Hellblazer comics were disappointed that the story got changed quite a bit. People claim pacing issues with this movie and lackluster CGI, but the future is always the final judge. And with a 7 out of 10 on IMDb now, it seems that most people agree with me when I say that this movie rocks. Constantine is a one-of-a-kind movie that sticks with you. It's unique and it's striking. The characters are so well cast and well acted that their chemistry really drives this movie. The cinematography is also perfectly dark and haunting, and I have no issues with the effects or CGI. I'm not sure what people were talking about, but I think that they still hold up in 2023, and it's just a cool, dark movie that fits a very niche superhero religious genre that you can now catch on Amazon Prime.
Fear is a tool. But when that light hits the sky, it's a warning.
Staying in the DC superhero world, let's talk about The Batman. This movie takes place a few years into his crusade as Gotham's Batman. This one's played by Robert Pattinson. He has become a symbol of fear and justice in the city's underbelly, which is very original, and it's almost like every Batman before it. But this one isn't like every Batman movie before it, actually. It's actually more of a detective movie, with more in common with your favorite dark detective flick than any of the previous Batman movies. But when a sadistic serial killer known as the Riddler begins targeting Gotham's elite, Batman uncovers a web of lies and secrets that extend to the highest levels, and he questions his own family history, uncovering a connection to the Riddler's twisted game. With the help of Selina Kyle, played by Zoe Kravitz, aka Catwoman, and Lieutenant James Gordon, Jeffrey Wright, Batman must navigate the treacherous maze of Gotham's underworld to expose the truth and stop the Riddler's deadly rampage. The Batman takes a darker and more grounded approach to this iconic character than previous movies did. It's a great storyline, just as dark a universe as we've come to expect from DC. The gloomy, gritty, and dark streets of Gotham really set the scene for the story and feel of this movie, with great musical elements to help set the mood as well. I was definitely worried about Pattinson as Batman in this one going into it, but he does a really good job. Colin Farrell does awesome as well. Zoe Kravitz was fine during this, mostly shining when she was on screen by herself because it felt like she really had zero chemistry with Pattinson. But my favorite was Jeffrey Wright. His portrayal of Jim Gordon was exactly what I'd imagine Jim Gordon in this world would look like and feel like. The Batman is a thrilling and suspenseful film that reimagines the iconic superhero on screen for a new generation. With its dark atmosphere, compelling mystery, and strong performances, it is a must-watch for anybody who's obviously a Batman fan, but also detective movies and superhero films and mysteries, so check it out on Amazon Prime while you still can. I'm gonna be real honest with you guys here, but this movie creeps me out. This movie is Smile, where we meet Dr. Rose Cotter, a dedicated therapist witnessing a traumatic incident involving a patient who mysteriously takes her own life with a horrifying smile etched in her face. Soon after, Rose begins experiencing some unsettling occurrences, seeing people with the same creepy smile everywhere she turns. As the visions intensify and become increasingly menacing, Rose becomes convinced that she is being stalked by a malevolent entity. Driven by fear and desperation, Rose delves into the disturbing origins of the entity, uncovering a chilling curse. With her sanity and life on the line, Rose must confront her own troubled past and find a way to break the curse before it consumes her completely. Sosie Bacon delivers a captivating performance as Rose. She really makes you believe her character is descending into this world of fear and desperation. The supporting cast also contributes to the film's effectiveness. The standout performances from Jesse Usher and Kyle Gallner, adding depth and intrigue to the narrative. Smile masterfully builds suspense, keeping you on the edge of your seat throughout the runtime. Some of the movie's scares hit me super hard, like full octopus in my seat, hands in front of my face, and they used a lot of unsettling imagery to create this just truly terrifying experience where it just makes you feel eerie the entire time, so when they do jump scare you, it hits even harder. While I do not think it is a movie you're going to sit down and rewatch over and over again, and some may find the plot predictable or the jump scares excessive, but Smile is a well-crafted horror film in my opinion that offers effective scares and a unique premise for the hour and 55-minute runtime. The film is likely to hit the spot for fans of horror movies who just enjoy a good scare.
Coming for you, whether you accept it or not. This is a game, and if you want to live, you have to play.
Checking out on Amazon Prime.
Waiting for the right moment, because when I ask you out, it's going to be the most important moment of my life. And I just want to make sure that I get it right.
Next on our list is Life Itself, and this is a drama film that spans decades and continents, exploring the interconnectedness of love, loss, and fate. It follows the story of a New York couple, Will, played by Oscar Isaac, and Abby, played by Olivia Wilde, as they navigate college romance, marriage, and the birth of their first child. However, the journey takes an unexpected turns along the way, leading to a series of heartbreaking events that ripple through their lives and the lives of those around them. The film jumps through time and perspective, introducing new characters and intertwining their stories with Will and Abby's. We meet Olivia Cook, their daughter, obviously who's impacted by their decisions and things that happen in the movie, along with Antonio Banderas and Sergio Perez Mencheta, who are affected along with others. As the narrative unfolds, this film explores themes of love, loss, resilience, and the power of human connectedness, but it touches on the fragility of life and the way seemingly random events can have profound consequences. This movie's cast is great. I love Oscar Isaac in all of his action roles and superhero roles, but he definitely shows another side to himself here and arranged with this role. And he plays great with Olivia Wilde, for sure on-screen chemistry and charisma throughout this movie. The use of music to enhance the film's emotional impact is for real in this movie though. This emotional movie will hit you hard with the moments, but the music really drives home the messaging and the feel of each scene. When researching what others thought of this movie, I saw this reoccurring theme of this movie is This Is Us in 2 hours. If you watch my 2023 Christmas movie list, you'll probably know that I really enjoyed that show a ton, and in a sense I do agree, but in others I do disagree. This movie is something else as well. What it tackles to me is its life itself. It's all the ups and the downs, and it was more subtle and down to earth, and I can't really think of any other word but just real. Life itself is complex. It explores the enduring power of love and interconnectedness of human lives. While it may not be for everyone, if you give it a chance, you'll see a well-made movie with a lot to like and a lot to think about. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for our list today. Thanks for taking the time to hang out with us. Now take a second to let us know down in the comments which one of these you're going to check out immediately or add to your watch list. Also, like and subscribe to the channel. It helps get our recommendations out to others, or check out one of our other videos. But again, thanks for hanging out with us and have a great day.